It's time for Golf DMV, highlighting golf in D.C., Maryland, and Virginia. And now, here is Claude Jennings.
It's Golf DMV on Federal News Network, 1500 AM if you're looking for it on the radio. Otherwise, you can find it at golfdmvpodcast.com on all your podcast platforms. A lot to talk about today on this show, but what we're going to start off with is PGA Tour President's Cup. U.S. team beats the international team. From what I'm seeing here, 16-14. I have no clue what that means. Number one, I'm not really a big fan of team golf.
So you're being honest here. You're not going to fake like you watched this entire... Okay.
Yeah, no. All right. I didn't watch much of it. And by not much, I mean not 1 second of it. I did not watch 1 second of it. That's not going to stop me from talking about it on the show. But I mean, I'm number one, I'm not into team golf. I don't get up for President's Cups. I don't get up for Ryder Cups. I just
match play in general, probably
not match play in general. Although I will watch college golf, like the college NCAA tournament golf. When the schools. I'll watch that. Yeah. And I don't know why. I
think the stakes are a little bit higher.
Right. And I think because I think it's at a different time of year too. Like it's during the golf season. Well, in the Northeast, what we consider the golf season, in the Mid-Atlantic Northeast.
It's probably during school years. So.
Right. You know what I mean? Like, I just didn't watch any of this. I mean,
I watched the final day.
Okay.
Pretty much all of it.
And apparently this is
unfortunately
that's what you texted yesterday.
Yeah. And apparently, am I the only fool watching this? And apparently I was.
Yeah, I said I think my response was I'm not. Oh, you said anyone else watching this? And my response was no, or no, or I'm not, or something like that.
I didn't say nothing. Out of
not
shame.
Me.
I felt like I should have been watching it, but I wasn't.
Because I mean, I don't know why. I'm just not. I don't know. I'm just not into it. I think maybe I came into, but also and to LB's point, even when. I'm not really a fan of even playing in tournaments, even though we'll play in some tournaments together. Right. It's not really my thing. I
don't like playing in tournaments.
It's the individuality of the game that I like, I think.
Yeah. Right. I agree.
But anyway, it happened, and so we got to talk about it and apparently a lot of big things happen in this tournament.
Lots of drama,
and so I think we should start with Patrick Reed.
I think so.
Mainly because his drama started at the Hero World Challenge, where from what because I don't watch any golf after November, from what I understand happened, he was in not a sand trap.
Yeah, he was in a waste. So I got this second, third hand. I think Coach actually told me about it when we were.
I thought we talked about it when we were in Jamaica.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay.
But did you tell me about it, or did Coach tell me about it?
I did. We were in a golf shop, and they were showing.
So you really were drinking at this
time. Absolutely. From sun up to sun. One day I had this guy. I had got to the beach, and it was like 10 in the morning.
Right.
And they come around. Hey, can I with some drink? Hey, it's a drink. I'm like, dude, it's not even noon yet.
Did you turn it down?
Yeah, I did. I did.
Okay.
I did. But this is like on day 4. I turned it down. Day 1, 2, and 3, I was taking them. Yeah. But by this time, my liver's like, hey, dude, you better stay.
You need to relax.
Cut back a little bit.
We'll have more on the Jamaica trip next week.
Yeah, but I told him, no, just wait. Come see me after 1 o'clock, and then we can start.
So somebody in Jamaica told you about it?
Yeah, if it was you or Coach. I thought it was Coach, but it could have been.
Either way.
So either that or I read it. Yeah. One of the three things happened.
Right.
So he was in a sand area, but it was really like a waste area.
Correct.
Where he supposedly moved some stuff around.
He did.
And his club like
brushed some of the
stuff that was behind behind the ball.
He did that practice swing move where he brushed it back,
which would give him a better swing a lot coming in. We call that a Rick McCormick.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Yeah. So that was his quote unquote cheating at the Hero World Challenge.
Well, because then it's like, so he did that once on the backswing, but then it's like almost to pretend like it was. Like he doubled down on it because he did it again as if he made a mistake. You know what I mean? Like as if it was just kind of a thing.
He did it twice.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's already not likable. People already don't like him. And then here he is doing this cheat.
I was going to say, the cheating, it's not like, he has a pristine history. He's been accused of this before. It was Georgia, wherever he went.
Augusta State or wherever we played, Georgia State or wherever,
yeah. So then moving on to the President's Cup, his caddy gets into this altercation because, again, this is just me hearing about this because I didn't watch. But apparently, the fans in Australia took exception to the Hero World Challenge cheating scandal.
Oh, yeah.
And we're going to, rib him a lot. And apparently they were doing it.
I mean, and you're going to get it extra because people already don't mess with you anyway.
Right. Yeah. No one likes him. Yeah. And so he was going, not just in the United States, all across the world, apparently.
Yeah, internationally.
He's internationally unliked.
Yeah. Infamous.
Exactly. And so he's getting, ribbed or whatever. And apparently after his last match, And he played pretty poorly, from what I understand.
The one before that, this last one, he played great.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So again, I didn't see it. So I'm just, but it's funny. So this guy that I still work with, Kevin Stanfield, I know Kevin. Yeah, his time on the Tony Kornheiser show, one of the funniest segments ever was he would do movie reviews of movies he didn't see. It was the funniest thing in the world. But anyway, so Patrick Reed is getting rid by these guys, and his caddy takes exception to what one guy says to him, and just goes into the crowd and pushes him and shoves him.
Right.
Again, I didn't see it, but that's pretty much what happened, right?
Yeah. He had he described it as, I'd had enough. He'd been taking it all week.
Yeah. And the guy was a bunch of F words was in there. The guys about you effing can't play or something along those lines. So,
which, by the way, is small potatoes, right? Like someone just screaming.
It is. Ernie Els says something to that effect, saying it's like, yo, this is nothing like the crowds in New York that we would hear sometimes. So, get out of here with your bleeping softness. He didn't say that part last part, but I'm paraphrasing.
Right. Yeah. And we don't really like Patrick anyway. So, but it's wild because this happens. It reminds me of in the NBA what would they call that?
The Malice in the Palace.
The brawl in the
And so
this is golf's version of the Malice in the Palace. A guy shoved the guy.
Right. And he spilled his beer. Don't forget he spilled his beer.
And then offered to pay for it.
Because that was beef. That was Detroit, right?
Yeah, it was Detroit.
Detroit, Indiana.
Who went in the stands? Was that Ben
Artest?
Oh, Ron Artest.
Somebody else though, didn't it? It was him and somebody else.
Steven Jackson went up in there too.
Yeah.
I saw that live. I'll never forget that.
Swinging on
yes.
They were straight up. But you know what? It's funny because I get it where as a professional player, you can pay millions of dollars. People are going to come. They're going to say things. It just kind of is what it is.
Right.
But I do believe that there's a, I don't know. I'm just not down with fans thinking you can just do whatever you want to do in that close proximity to players. I'm trying to think, who was it? Was it James Harden or somebody recently in the NBA?
Yes.
Jumped in the stands or something, and he was down on the ground or something like that.
Oh, you're talking about Westbrook? Was that
Westbrook? It was Westbrook.
Yeah.
And someone was screaming, "Yeah, you better get on your knees," and all this other kind of stuff or whatever.
Yeah.
And then he asked for this guy to get. But it's like you don't have the right to just like violate people, especially when you're that close. Right. Because truth be told, if half these people who say that kind of stuff was on the street with some of these athletes, they wouldn't say or do anything. They
wouldn't say that to a regular citizen walking down the street.
Most of them would cross the other side of the street if they saw someone who looked like some of these athletes. Exactly. Most of them still do cross the other side of the street.
Well, Elby's point, he's right. This is something I've harped on. This annoys me a lot when people, like you said, Claude, when people get brave when they think there's not going to be any repercussions. I absolutely.
That's why there's so many social media gangsters.
Exactly.
They say whatever they want to say, but then you confront them to their face. They ain't got nothing to say.
I absolutely hate that. I don't like that at all. So I don't want to defend Reed here necessarily, but
because we're not in the business of defending Patrick Reed. We like to slam him anytime.
Exactly. It's getting poured on day after day after day, and then you come out and I think in his quote he said they were like really close to him
because this guy was in a car
3 feet.
So it's like, hey, bleep you, like right in your ear. If you wouldn't go to the bar and do that, then don't do it out here. And if somebody calls you on it, then I think in the NFL and the NBA they should have the right to just do a one-off. All right, hey fan, come on down here. What'd you say? Let's do it. Say it now.
And the guy apparently, he pushed him and he spilled his beer.
No big deal.
But Patrick Reed. There's no
apparently they're going to suspend him for like
the caddy is suspended for a season.
For the season.
That's ridiculous.
Wow.
That's ridiculous. I mean, I get it maybe for a couple of tournaments, but
the thing about the Asian guy who all he did was give him the bird, and he got 2 or 3 years or something like that.
After knocked down to one,
right.
After apologizing and bowing
and all straight and everything else. What are we doing at golf?
Golf is getting soft.
I mean, he should have been able to push him, right? I tell you what, that dude wouldn't have said nothing else. Brooks,
he really wouldn't have. He really wouldn't have. He just said it quieter.
Hey, did you see your boy's guns though? Speaking of Brooks.
Who's that?
I can't think of his name.
You're talking about Bryson DeChambeau.
Yeah. You see his guns?
No.
He had on a small shirt the whole weekend.
Oh my gosh. Guns out. Like guns out. It was nuts.
I'm disappointed.
And it reminds me, I'm trying to find this tweet from Matt Janella, who's on the Golf Channel, who commented on it.
I'm disappointed in Bryson. Be yourself, Bryson. Message a message from me to you. It's okay to be you, bro.
Get your protractor out and be you.
Well, and to both of your points, Matt Janella from the Golf Channel tweeted out something that his wife said. He says, I like him better as a skinny weird dude with a Kango hat than a beefy weird dude with a Kango hat.
Yeah, exactly.
Play to your strength. strengths: math, science, not size. Don't be the Brooks Koepka. Be you. He said that was my wife's take on Bryson DeChambeau, and only one whiskey in.
That's a good take. I like that.
But that's true. I mean, I'm sitting there looking at him, and he's got his shoulders are big. Down. He's got this like, wait a minute, Bryson DeChambeau. Like, what are you doing? But he said he was gonna beef up, right?
Yeah, that's fine. You beef up all you want. That don't give you heart. I feel like when Brooks walk up on,
that's what it was.
He's still gonna fold up.
It's like that kid who got bullied a little bit at school or picked on by somebody, and I was a little scared that when you were in a fight, so he said, I'm going to take the summer to kind of work out. But in September, when we get back to school, you're going to have some problems. You know what I mean? It's Bryson
he still get beat up, just get beat up bigger.
It just looks worse.
Exactly. How you big dude get beat up by that little guy?
I've seen big dudes go down. I've seen big dudes back down, and I've been glad at times that big dudes have backed down. I've been the one and then they back down. Like, thank goodness that happened.
Thank God.
But it is what it is. I mean, I was willing to go down if I had to. So anyway, thoughts about the President's Cup.
That was 10 minutes of nothing. Okay. So let's talk about the President's Cup real quick. So the U.S. did win 16-14.
Coming from the only guy who watched it, LB.
I did watch, again, I only watched the one day, with the last day, which was Saturday night here, Sunday there, whatever.
I saw maybe 10 minutes of highlights.
Yeah. I had it on because it was the fight I watched. I kept going back and forth between the fight. I had the fight on
Crawford?
Too. Yes. Yeah. I watched on the Crawford fight. Yeah, it was a good fight.
I can tell you all about that.
Yeah. I had them both on.
Fight podcast coming later.
I had the fight on my phone and the golf on the TV. And then when the golf started getting to the end, I switched it to the golf on my phone and the fight on my TV. Yeah, that's what I kept doing.
That's good living, man.
Yeah, management, good management. So I looked up the history because I didn't really know the history of the President's Cup. So it started in 2004, and the first 2 years it was played at Robert Trist Jones Golf Course out here in Virginia.
Oh,
out 66.
RTJ. That's a nice course, man.
Okay.
So in the initial one, Gerald Ford.
You've been there before. Yeah, you've been there because we were there one time for the Tiger tournament when he had it there.
Did we go there? Oh, okay. All right. I know I played Stonewall or something was out that way.
Okay.
I thought that was at TPC. That was in TPC when we went out to Kyle.
No, man, I think that was
Robert RTJ. Mm-hmm. Okay, maybe I don't know.
2004.
Started in 2004. Thank you. Yeah, started in 2004. Gerald Ford was the president at that time. He was the honorary chairman, and the U.S. won 20-12. Since then, it's been at the RTJ course in 96, 2000, and 05. Then it start moving to other places.
Right.
So coming up the next one will be 2021. It's going to be at Coral Hollow.
Okay.
That Wisconsin?
Yeah.
No, North Carolina.
North Carolina.
Oh, yeah.
Charlotte. And it's going to be September instead of being like now it's in December, it's going to be in September in 2021.
Oh, they're trying to get on the legit schedule.
The end of September 30th to October 5th of 2021.
I'm thinking about Whistling Straits. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. So that's the little bit I looked up. I didn't look up a whole lot, obviously.
Okay.
Yeah, but Tiger.
I'm locked in for the whole way.
That's it. That's
cool.
it. That's
started in 04 and
yeah, Tiger. So I did watch Patrick when it came on. When he came out the last round there, he was kicking ass and taking names.
Okay.
He was putting like his life depended on it, and he didn't want to die.
Okay.
I mean, he was dropping putts because he was up like 6. I mean, he birdied like the first out of the first 8 holes. He made birdies 6 of them, 5 or 6.
Oh, wow.
All right.
So he had like a 5-hole lead going into the 9th or something.
And he's usually clutch in these match play kind of situations. And here's what's funny: if you're that clutch and people still don't want to play with you,
right?
Yeah, something's
really wrong. He was mad. He was paired with Webb Simpson.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I didn't see much of the matching up parts. I saw most, like I say, the match. The singles.
Yeah.
Is what I saw.
1-on-1.
Yeah. Okay. I did see the end of when Justin Thomas sank that putt.
The one they didn't give him.
No.
That was the previous day.
When he and Tiger played, I guess that would have been day 2 or something.
Yeah.
When he said, "I love me some me."
Yeah. He's funny.
Yeah, but he didn't do well in the singles because he had a lot of putts that you thought he would have made that he didn't make. He ended up losing to whatever the guy's name was. He ended up losing his match, but he had a chance to win. He just couldn't hit the putt. And that course, apparently, from what I guess you just saw highlights or whatever. Mm-hmm. The course was it wasn't long, but there was the greens there's like hard as rocks. I mean, guys were hitting from 100 yards out, could not get balls to stay on the green.
Really?
They would hit and roll all the way off the back.
So it's almost ridiculous.
Yeah, it was
unfair in a way.
But with yes and no. I mean, but it's like one of the greens in particular. I think I want to say it's like maybe 5. Or it was, I forget. It was one of the 18 greens.
There we go.
And,
It slightly narrows.
Right, but it had a bunch of undulations in it. Right. But if you hit the ball in this 10-foot square, it would roll down to the hole. If you hit anywhere else, it was gone off the back of the green.
Wow.
So if you hit it right and everybody knew where his spot was,
you were good.
You were great. If you didn't, you was done. And every once in a while, somebody would hit it in that spot. It would trickle down and roll right up 2 feet from the cup.
Okay.
But if you were 11 feet over, or another foot to the left or right, it rolled another 30 feet and went down the hill.
10-foot spot.
Yes,
huh? So,
it was target golf when they came. You could like DJ was at a disadvantage at this course.
Right,
he just bombed it. Yeah,
right. He didn't bomb it forever.
It was short, so his skills weren't really needed.
Exactly. Exactly. There was a par. They had one par 4 that's 299 yards.
Oh man,
he struggled. It was especially in the pairs because he and Gary Woodland struggled a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, Woodland.
They both are bombers. I mean,
yeah. So Finau, I'm glad he came on the singles. He came back. He was down big.
Okay,
and he clawed his way back, and they ended up tying at the end. And whoever he was playing against, who I don't remember whoever the guy was.
Hideki Matsuyama.
Okay, but he was looking terrible. He was looking bad, but he got it together toward the end.
Did you see? They were having hijinks out there. Did you see some of the videos from Justin Thomas making fun of Patrick Reed about the? Okay. So for those who don't know, go on Instagram and go to like Golf Channel, or you can follow Justin Reed. Like there's it's a few places on IG, but there's a video of Justin Reed going into a bunker, I think during practice play, and just repeatedly sweeping the club back on the practice swing forward and looking up. He kept sweeping it back and forward. I don't think you could see Patrick Reed on the screen, but I think he was clearly looking at him. Right. He just like dug it out, then he moved stuff out the way. It was bad. So
that's pretty funny.
Yeah, they were giving it to each other out there. It was funny.
Yeah. So that's enough of that. We can move on to something else.
All right.
Well, did you watch Tiger? I mean, apparently Tiger cleaned things up and played very well.
Yeah, he did play well. His iron, again, his strong point as on this comeback, if you want to don't call it a comeback.
Right.
That was a hip hop reference.
Yes, LL Cool J. We know.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, we're
all right. That was my one. Yeah. But his iron game was straight. His iron game was really on point, and that's what made the difference.
He looked like, for all of our indifference about this situation, and maybe the ratings would show that too, he looked super excited to be out there leading the charge, and winning and doing stuff.
Yeah, he
and
did.
Being a playing captain.
Yeah. He looked
at one point when they actually won, I think he welled up.
Which I was surprised. I was
too, because I was like,
Tiger might not even.
Really?
This. Meanwhile, Brooks is sitting home, not even thinking about golf.
Yeah,
exactly.
How much? Yeah, what's the chances that Brooks Koepka watched this?
Any of this? Zero.
Yeah.
His clubs are in his trunk somewhere.
Right. I'm bringing my golf clubs home for what? I don't need to practice.
Oh, is there a major? Oh, okay, no.
Okay. Went to the schedule.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I'll see y'all in March.
Yeah, so that's the President's Cup. That's as much coverage you're gonna go in this golf DMV. I mean, I just don't. I don't know. It is what it is. But anyway, congratulations to the U.S. team.
Yeah.
Apparently, there was a tweet by the president, which almost ruined everything for everybody.
Yeah.
But whatever.
Yeah.
Let's not even talk about that. So I called up Needwood earlier today because I was going to go to the indoor simulator tomorrow. Morning.
Okay.
And so. Help me understand this. So I called and because it could just be me. I called to see if they had any times available on Monday and what time do they start? Because I don't imagine like in the spring and summertime, when the sun's up, you can hit on the course. A lot of people come, so I don't imagine they'll be open early. But I'm thinking maybe 10 o'clock. You know what I mean?
On a weekday, mid morning.
The sun comes up at 7.
Yeah, near a golf course, mid morning.
Exactly. Yeah. The simulator's not open on Mondays.
Okay.
Oh, it's got to be closed down so they can aerate the greens? I mean, what are you doing?
It's closed on Mondays and anytime and on weekdays they start at noon.
Oh, okay. Noon.
That's crazy to me. Now I get it because my schedule's not like a regular 9 to 5, and so so I look for things to be available at odd times, but. Maybe it's a use thing. Maybe it's just not in high demand. Because honestly, I mean, I could go tomorrow and I may not even be back for another 3 or 4 weeks.
Right.
But the point is, like, I'm just trying to figure out why That just seems odd to me, right?
Not available.
Yeah.
Monday morning, why is it not available? And then why are you starting at noon? Like, is it a
it's closed
staffing
all day Monday.
That's what he said.
But the golf course is open. And they're taking money.
Right.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to come in there on Monday and I'm going to pay you some money. I'm going to just give you some money. And you just look away and I'm going to turn the machine on.
Right.
And then I'll just go until I don't feel like going and I'll turn it off. Right. It's a computer.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, and it's $50 for an hour, which, whatever. But my point is that how much does it cost to have a person come in there and just cut the machine on?
Yeah.
Like just in May and hours.
You need somebody to turn the lights on.
Yeah.
That's what you need.
Well, there's going to be somebody there tomorrow, right?
That's what I'm assuming.
Yeah, you would think.
Okay. Yeah, that is strange.
Yeah.
Isn't it strange?
Yeah, that is strange.
That's so
well,
weird.
tomorrow, unless they based on the weather. But you said they close on Mondays, not like tomorrow.
The simulators, he said, Mondays it's closed.
Yeah, that don't make any sense to me.
Because
None at all. Because
it goes back to my Golf Galaxy thing. Like when they had the simulators,
right?
And I was trying to go there to hit because it was raining outside in the spring. I mean, it was warm. It was just raining. They said we don't open them in the spring and summer.
He's struggling to find people who want to take your money for golf simulation.
Right.
I have, and it was like $25 for 30 minutes. I have $25. Just take it. Let me no, it's not open. It's like, but if I were taking lessons or I was trying to demo a club, you'd open it.
Yeah.
Right.
But because it was going to, and I'm paying for this.
Yes.
Right.
That's
doesn't
correct.
make sense.
Yeah, I went to PBDI today, and they still $25.
Right.
Still for an hour. I called before I went just to make sure they had availability to schedule one.
Right.
I called around 1 or something. He's like, oh, well, yeah. I told him what time I wanted to come. I said, well, got anything around 5 or 6? He said, well, 5 would be better because we like to go around 6. We like to leave around between 6 and 6:30.
LB keep trying to hold these people up.
I know, right? Cause
I'll be there at 6:15.
Right. Another half hour would be perfect because I can just leave there and come straight here. I wouldn't have time to kill.
Yeah.
So I called and gave my name. He said, you came here last week, right?
Right.
And I said, no, it's been a couple of weeks, but thank you for remembering.
Right.
His name is Justin Keith. He's the guy I was speaking to. He's a teaching professional. I didn't know he was. I just thought he was the guy at the desk. I didn't know he was actually a teaching professional. He could have came and helped me today. I could have used some help.
That's going to cost.
Yeah, it's not included in the $25. I guess.
Yeah, no, it must not be. And so you didn't hit well at the simulator.
Well, yes and no. I'm everything. I'm still pulling everything to the left.
Okay.
I mean, not really bad, but far enough that it's concerning to me.
Right, not brown left, but okay.
Yeah.
Not Claude Slice left.
No, not
that goes left. Really left.
So I was working on this at first I was just trying to hit, at first I was trying to hit it. How far can I hit it and make get my numbers big?
See?
Yeah.
Not just me.
I got caught into that for a little while. And I did get one good one. And I did take a picture of it.
Okay.
But I was really just trying. I never did do a course. I just did range the entire time.
Okay.
And I was basically trying to work my swing to get it straight. And toward the end, I was hitting them better straight, and then maybe a little bit, maybe 5 degrees off of the center line.
Okay.
So I feel good about that part. That was better. But I did like. I mean, I enjoy it because it's again. I had to take my shirt off because it was getting hot. I mean, you're not outside.
Right.
The bartender asked her for maybe a Long Beach. She didn't know what it was. I had to tell her what the ingredients was.
Did you jump behind the?
No, I did. I made it my way. Now I made it like I make it at home. Mm-hmm. So it was strong.
It's a Long Beach though.
It's a Long Beach,
not a Long Island.
But she didn't know how long. I usually ask if they know. I usually ask people, you know what a Long Beach is? They say no.
Well, clearly I don't. That's what I thought. I thought he made a mistake. I thought it was old age. It's a West Coast thing. Long Beach, not Long Island.
So there's a Long Island iced tea.
Okay.
Which has all of the, it's full of, long, that is,
full
right?
of liquor.
Full of liquor and a little bit of Coke.
Yeah.
A Long Beach is the exact same thing. Instead of Coke, you put in cranberry juice. Exact same thing.
Okay. So give me a Long Island with cranberry juice.
Exactly. Exactly. But she didn't even know what that was. She didn't know what ingredients were in it.
Oh, okay.
So I just told her, I said, we put some of this, some of this, some of this. So I made my own drink basically.
She probably just let you get behind the bar and do it.
And it's called a Long Beach.
It's called a Long Beach, yeah.
Huh.
Or Dr. Dre would say Compton, Long Beach, Inglewood.
There we go.
Yeah. But so
next episode.
But it's like $7 too, man. So the drink was $7. You get the thing for $25 for the hour.
Right.
It's a steal. I mean, it really is a steal. People need to go up there. And every time I go, there's never anybody there.
Is it open on Mondays?
Yeah, I was gonna say
it probably is. That probably is.
Meanwhile, nobody wants Claude to practice anywhere.
Right.
Except City Swing. They'll take you.
Yes.
They'll take you.
Please bring $225.
Right. Please bring your credit card.
Thank you.
My wife was actually talking about that this morning. We were leaving. So we did this homeless. We were feeding homeless people this morning. LB came through with tons of stuff too.
Mrs. Brooks, thanks Mrs. Brooks for that because I had nothing to do with that.
Well, you delivered it. And
handed it out. She did all the buying and the work.
So anyway, we're leaving there, going down New York Avenue. We come across Fifth, and I'm like, well, there's City Swing right over there. She's like, oh, why don't we stop by there? I'm like, no.
That's not the kind of place for us with kids and especially that price point.
Yeah, we want to go there for a special occasion or something like that, I guess. But love Tari Cash and the people at City Swing.
Of course.
All love. So coming up in the next segment, folks, we're going to have a couple things. Number one, gift ideas for the holiday season, and then also LB is going to talk about putting trips and stuff like that in trip packages and stuff together because he schedules all of our trips and things like that. But that's coming up in the next segment here. But we got a few other things, LB, that you wanted to hit.
Yeah, just one quick thing. This week being the what is it? Oh shit! I lost the date already.
Well, it's December 15th.
December 15th. So on the 19th of December, I'll be back on WPFWFM.org this Thursday. And we just be playing the blues. We're not gonna be asking for money.
Okay.
At this time, we're just gonna be playing some music.
I was just ready to give you money too.
Right. Well, but the following week,
the 26th.
Yeah. This is a whole PSA for WPFW.
Okay.
In the year, last minute, you can make it tax deductible. Right. So they will be doing a 1 week. Fundraising the following week.
Okay. Christmas week, basically.
Basically. Between Christmas and New Year. But I will be there. My wife will be there. We will just be playing some music and talking about the music. So if you have the opportunity between 12 and 1 on WPFWFM.org. And if you're local, it's 89.3 FM on your FM dial.
They have some really good jazz in the morning.
They do.
A lot of times I'm up riding around getting to stations at 4:45 in the morning. Yeah, man. And I'm just sitting there and I'm like, oh, I like this stuff.
And no commercials. Right.
Yep.
Because I can't stand commercials.
Real weirdos on there at certain times of the day.
Yeah. When people call in, the same people that call in all the time. Yeah, that kind of stuff. Yeah. It's trouble when you have to take calls. I mean, that kind of kills. It can be good for radio.
It can be bad for radio all at the same time.
This is Joel.
Yeah. No, let me tell you something. And I work in media, and I'm telling you, there are some really weird people who listen to radio, and they listen all the time, and they're faithful, and they call all the time.
Yep.
But they're odd people.
Yeah, some of the detail they're able to pick out from stuff that you said 2 weeks ago that you were going to your mother's house. What happened? It's like, what? Did I say that on air? Something you mentioned offhand? It's like, okay. Thank you, Joel.
Yeah, thank you. Let's go to Kevin in Minneapolis. Let's get this other guy off the phone. He's weird. We'll come up with more stuff in the next segment. LB's going to sell you some stuff, and we'll be back on the other side.